Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we are going to study a topic human resource planning. Under this topic, we will study the meaning and definition of human resource planning, nature, importance of human resource planning, benefits of human resource planning, as well as the process of human resource planning. So, let's start with the topic. First of all, introduction of human resource planning. Human resource planning is one of the most important functions, managerial function, which is performed by the HR manager in the organization. So, through the human resource planning, manager must find out the demand and supply of the human resource so that he will recruit the employees in the organization. Okay, so in this way, the human resource planning must ensure three things in the organization. First one is that it must ensure the adequate supply of human resource in the organization. Next one, it must ensure the proper quality of human resource in the organization, and third one, that it must ensure the proper effective utilization of the human resource in the organization. So in this way, we can say that human resource planning is a continuous process. It can't be rigid or static. Means that it must need the modification, review and adjustment according to the need of organization. So next is the meaning of human resource planning. So human resource planning is also known as manpower planning, MPP. So MPP or human resource planning is essentially the process of estimating and projecting the supply and demand of a different categories of personals in the organization. It also incorporates the need of human resource in the organization so that the organizational goals can be achieved. So it must also human resource planning must be directed towards the clear and well defined objectives of the organization, and human resource planning must ensure that right number of people and the right kind of the people at the right time doing the right job, so that the organizational goals can be achieved. Next is the definition of human resource planning. So the first definition is given by DeCenzo and Robinson. He says that human resource planning is the process by which an organization ensures that right number and right kind of people at the right place and at the right time capable of effectively and efficiently completing those tasks that will help the organization to achieve its overall objectives. So this is the first definition given by DeCenzo and Robinson. Second definition, which is given by Dale S. Beach. He said that human resource planning is the process of determining and ensuring that the organization will have adequate number of qualified persons available at the proper time and performing the job which will meet the need of enterprise and which provide satisfaction for individuals involved. So this is the second definition given by Dell S. Beach. Next is the nature of human resource planning. So the first and the foremost thing or nature of human resource planning is that it will find out the manpower need of the organization both in number and kind. Number means the number and kind means the qualities or the skills which the manpower which kind of manpowers are required in the organization. Next one is that it represents the inventory of existing manpower who are currently working in the organization. Next is that it helps in determining the shortfall and surplus of manpower who are working in the organization and and also with the demand of the organization. Next is that it helps in projecting the future manpower needs of the organization. It is concerned with the initiation of various organizational programs such as recruitment, selection, training and development, performance appraisals, etc. Next is objectives of human resource planning. So a lot of objectives are there in human resource planning. The few of them are that it ensures that there must be an optimum use of human resource currently employed. Second one is that it avoid the imbalance between the distribution and allocation of the human resource in the organization. Third one is that it will access or forecast the future skill requirements for the accomplishment of organization overall objective. Next is that it provides the control measures to ensure the availability of necessary resources when required. Next is that it control the cost aspect of human resource, means through the human resource planning, HR manager will try to minimize the cost of recruiting or training and development of human resource in the organization. Next is that It formulates the transfer and promotional policies for the employees. Next is the need of human resource planning. So the human resource plannings are generally performed in the organization because of these factors. First one is the replacement of person. So the replacement of person means that a large number of persons are replaced. Replacement of person means a large number of persons are replaced in the organization because of retirement, old age, death, etc. So there is a vacant position which must be filled up by the new recruitees or by the transfer and promotion of employees. Next one is the labor turnover. So the labor turnover means the employees who are quitting the organization. So the labor turnover also creates the vacancies in the organization. So to fill up these vacancies, there is a need to perform the human resource planning by HR manager in the organization. Next one is the expansion plan. So whenever the organization want to expand or diversify its unit to the other locations, so there is a need to hire the new personnels in the organization. For this, the human resource manager must have to perform the human resource planning to to find the adequate number and kind of the people he or she can recruit for their organization. Next one is the technological changes. So due to the fast changing technology, there is a need is that technical employees must be hired in the organization. So the technological changes also requires that the human resource planning must be performed in the organization. Next is accessing need. So accessing need means that there is a need to find out the surplus or shortage of the persons who are already working in the organization. So when there is a surplus, then the HR manager must deploy them to some other location, and where there is a shortage, so the HR manager must recruit the new personnels in the organization. So the next topic is uh, s- scope of human resource planning, or the various elements which are performed under the human resource planning. So under human resource planning, the first and the foremost element is that listing out the current manpower or the human resource who are working in the organization. Next one is that to find out that whether the current manpower or employees who are working in the organization, they are properly utilized or not, so that next one is third one is the phasing out the surplus manpower, if any. Means that we will compare the current manpower who are working in the organization with that of the actually demand of the manpower in the organization, so that we will find out the differences, which is known as the phasing out of the surplus manpower, if any. Next is analyzing the requirement of manpower. Suppose there is a shortage of manpower, so that we will find out, we will next do what, that is manpower procurement plan. So when there is a shortage, so we will generally recruit the new employees in the organization, which is known as manpower recruitment or manpower procurement. Next is designing the training program for the new employees. This is the third. This is the last step in the scope or the elements of the human resource planning. Next is the importance of human resource planning. Since the human resource planning play a lot of important role in the organization, so few of them are mentioned here. The first one is that future personal need, that human resource planning will help in determining that how many kind of the person, how many kind and how many number of persons are required in the future. Next is the coping with the change. As we know that there is a digital era, and there is always a new things evolving in the business. So the HRP enables an enterprise to cope with the changes in the competitive forces, market technology, product and government regulations. Next one is the creating the highly talented personals. So jobs are becoming the highly intellectual and professionalized. So the HR manager must use his or her intellect to attract and retain the qualified and skilled personals in the organization. Next one is the protection of weaker section. So the here weaker section means the ST and SC candidate, physically handicapped candidates, and also the backward class citizens. So these are the peoples who must be recruited in the organization, so that organization will help them in grow in their life, so that their standard of living may be improved. Next one is the international strategies. International expansion strategies depends upon the HRP. Means that suppose an organization want to expand to the new location or to the international location, so there is a need to hire the new employees in the organization, so that their expansion strategies can be properly performed. Next one is the foundation of personal functions, that the manpower planning will provide the essential information for designing and implementing the personal functions such as the recruitment, selection, transfer and promotion policies, training and development, performance appraisal, etc. Next is increasing investment in the human resource. So as we know that human assets are opposed to the physical assets, which can increase in value. So if we are investing to the human resource, so the employee will gradually develops his or her skill, ability, and becomes more valuable resources for the organization. Next one is the resistance to change and move. So there is a growing resistance among the employees to change and move. There is always a growing emphasis on the self evaluation and on evaluation of loyalty and dedication of employees, so that by the human resource planning, the resistance to change can be minimized in the organization. Next is the steps next is the steps in human resource planning. So there are generally the 7 steps in human resource planning. The first one is analyzing the objective. So first the HR manager analyze that for what objective he is going to perform the human resource planning, and integrate those objective with the organizational objective, so that finally the overall we can say the organizational goals can be achieved. So the next step is that inventory of human resource current human resources. So in second step, what human resource manager do? Human resource manager generally find out the number of human resource who are currently working in the organization. Means basically find out the inventory of current human resources who are working in the organization. Next, in third step, that is forecast demand. He is forecasting the demand, that how many human resource managers he must have to recruit in the organization for the proper functioning of organization. Next one is estimate the gap. He will compare the demand with the current human resource of the organization, and also the demand of human resource, so that he will find out the gap in the gap of HR in the organization. After that, he will formulate the plans, that whether he must go for a recruitment or selection, or whether go for a redeployment or a redundancy. Suppose that there is a shortage, then the HR manager must formulate the recruitment and selection process. And suppose there is a surplus, so he will perform redeployment and redundancy process in the organization. After that, what we will do, he will implement the plan, that he will perform the if there is a shortage, then he will perform the recruitment and selection process finally, to so that he can hire the new employees in the organization. And where there is a shortage, and when there is a surplus, then he will generally redeploy that employees to the some other locations. Then after the last or the seventh step is the monitor and control and feedback. So this is also known as the evaluation of human resource planning. So under this step, the human resource manager will finally implement and appraise the manpower planning process, and find out that whether there is any error in the human resource planning or not. If there is any error, so he will try to correct them, and then finally again this process continues. So this in this way we can say that the human resource planning is a continuous process. So the next one is the benefits of human resource planning. So there are the lot of benefits of implementing the human resource or manpower planning in the organization. First one is that it results in the reduced labor cost. Means through the use of human resource planning, HR manager generally try to reduce the labor cost, means the cost which are involved in training and development, cost involved in the recruitment and selection processes, etc. Next one is that it is a better basis for planning the employees development. Next one is that it enables the identification of gap of existing manpower, means basically find out the gap between the existing manpower and actually the kind of manpower required in the organization. Next is that it leads to the improvement in the overall business planning process of the organization, and it also helps in formulating the managerial succession plan, means the position which have become vacant will be fulfilled by the already working employees of the organization. Next is that it leads to the greater awareness of the importance of sound manpower management. Next is that it serves as a tool to evaluate the effect of alternative manpower actions and policies. So thank you so much for listening it very patiently.